Hi, this is Fiona Fernandez from By P Handcrafts, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet the chain with your left hand. I did a video the other day doing it with my right hand, so for those of you that are left-handed like me, here we go. So I always start with my slip knot. So there's a few ways you can do a slip knot, so I've always done mine. So keep the tail end, about that long. I like to have a bit of a tail end so that I can sew it into my work. So I just bring it around on my finger like that and make a loop. And so this is the working yarn. It's connected to your ball of wool. I'm using a Spotlight Marvel 4 Seasons 8-ply here. And this is a size 5 crochet hook. So we just put our loop around like that. So the tail is over the top of the working yarn. And then you flip that over and bring up your working yarn through the slip knot, so it becomes a slip knot. You tighten that, you want that as a little knot, and then put your loop on your hook. I'm going to move my working yarn over there, and I've taken a bit off the ball so I can use it, so I'll bring that down here a little bit. So there's the yarn on this side. So when I'm left-handed, I keep my yarn on my right side, and I often put it in a bag that's easy to release the yarn, and I often sit at the dining table when I'm crocheting, so I have a chair that I can hook the bag handle over and it just comes out nice and easily. You want to make sure you've got enough off your ball to work with. Don't have it so that it's really tight next to the ball. It just makes it harder. So I put my yarn onto for my left-handed work, I put it onto my right hand, so I put my hand like this, and then I flip it over and dive that finger under there. So that's my pointer finger goes underneath, it looks like that. And so as we're working with it, we can use it to tighten things a little bit. So if it gets loose, just pull it off again and tighten it again. If it gets loose, I don't try and tighten it without doing that. So you just get your loop about that, like that, so you can actually work with your hook. So make sure your loop can slide down your hook as well. If you work up here, it gets too tight, so you want to make sure you get used to doing that. Now at the moment I'm holding my hook like this with my hand like that. I can do that, or you can do it like this. Work with your hook how you're comfortable. I do it a few different ways depending on what I'm doing, so at the moment I'm doing it this way. So it's a bit like holding a pencil. So you just work with going under the yarn like that. So that's yarn over, and then pull up a loop is coming through your loop like that. So just be aware once you've got that on your hook, using your finger to move like this and holding this work with your middle finger and your thumb helps you to release the yarn through through there. So we just go like that and go work under the yarn, so yarn over, because the yarn's coming over the hook, and pull up a loop means going through there. So just watch the chain here stays nice and straight, so just keep moving your fingers up. I go about 3 stitches and then I move my fingers up a bit. Keep working it like that. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Now watch my hook as I go. Yarn over, it's staying sort of face down, but then as I come through that hole, it tends to come a bit towards me more, so that it's not face down, otherwise I tend to lose it off the hook. It takes a while to get used to this, but I just tend to work my chain like that. And then make sure you've got a nice neat chain to work with, and once you start doing your next stitches, you'll want to be able to go through the chain, and so you'll want to be able to count them easily as well. See the little V shape on it? They look like little V's. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So when we asked to count our chains. We don't count the one on our hook, and we don't count the one in the knot. So that's it for my left-handed session, and just keep practicing your work, and we'll move on to the next stitch in the next video. Ciao.